Hello and welcome. This is the last part of the video in which we are updating our homepage to one with a more advanced design, one that looks a little spiffier than the one we had before. And at least according to my opinion, of course. You might prefer the previous one compared to this one, but it's still important to have a look at how we built this page because of all the options and component settings that we are going through. So in this last video, we are going to add more navigation to the homepage. We have currently set up the navigation in the top of the homepage. We have filled the homepage hero header. And now we are going to add the cards that we have created in the previous homepage to the middle of the page that we currently have. So let's dive into that. First things first, what I would like to do is I'm going to draw it out on the canvas. First, in the previous homepage, we had some cards on our page, and these cards were navigating to our projects, to our tasks, to our account. And I would like to make this look a little nicer, and I would also like this to work together with the hero header that we've created previously. So what I'm thinking is I want to have 3 cards that each move or navigate us to one of these things, like projects, tasks, account. And I want them to hover a little bit over our, hero header. So let's first dive into how we're going to do that. First things first, to create a little bit of contrast between the background and our hero image, I'm going to change the color of the background of the main box. So we can do this by clicking on the box that is above our hero header. You can also click on the header, then move upward to its parent box. And here in the background, we're going to change it to, let's see, white. No, that is the same. Medium. Yeah, might be a little too much. So we're going for light. And with light, I'm going to change the opacity to 50% so that it is between lightish gray and whitish. As you can see, the difference between the box background and the box that we have down here is the difference that we want to create. So now I am going to drag a box component underneath our hero header, and I'm going to drag a column inside. This box is going to leave all of the items that we are creating here in one space, and then the columns can be defined as the cards. But I'm first going to show you how we can play around with that height. So we have a column. Let me duplicate the text here to have some text in there. Let's just put it on black for now, or dark. You don't really have to recreate this, but I want to show you a cool effect that we can do. So I'm going to navigate to the box that we have. I'm going to close the component tree and just give you a better overview of what we have. And I'm going to positioning. So with positioning, we can look into static, relative, absolute, fixed, or sticky. There is more information in the theory video about positioning, or on our documentation, or the internet is absolutely filled with information about styling and positioning. What we're going to do is we're going to make our box relative to whatever is inside. So in this case, the box is relative to the parent box, that is the box around it, and the big box in between. So it is relatively positioned to the hero header box that we have. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the top position to minus 40 pixels. So minus 40 px. And as you can see, it's moving up a little bit. So this is exactly the effect that we want to create. It is hovering over our box, but we want to do this with 3 separate cards, and we want to create a little bit more contrast between what we see over here. So I'm going to remove the row that we have. So navigate to the column and to the row. I'm going to remove that. We can see the box right now. I'm going to add 3 columns in there because this is what I want: 3 cards, 3 columns. And since we do like copy pasting, because we don't want to recreate everything that we have, I'm just going to remove these 2 columns, and we're going to style and create and define the first column. And then after that, we can simply duplicate them twice to have the same result as a 1, 2, and 3 column component. So we've got the column right now. Let's drag a box component into that column. And basically what we are going to do with this box is the same as the method that we used for the big box. We've got a big box that that is basically hovering around our main inside components, and then within that main box we have all these smaller boxes that define our hero header. And what we're going to do right now is we are going to do the same for the box that we have over here. So first, let's change the background color of our main box to white. Give it a little bit of an offset compared to the rest that we have around it, and we're going to give it a little bit of a corner. We can do that by changing the border radius to a set amount of pixels. So let's do 10, and then I'm going to do px. And as you can see, if I click move away, here we can see that it's getting a nice little border. If you feel like you want the border to pop out a little more, you can click on the main box and set the opacity to, let's say, 60% or maybe 70. See, and as you can see, the color goes slightly darker with tints, and the box pops out a little more. I'm going to move it back to 50 for now and continue on the box that I have over here. So now we are going to drag one box inside the box that we have over here, and I'm going to set the inner space of this box to none. So styling, inner space, none. And now I'm going to copy this 3 times. And as you can see, or as you might see, the box effect that we're creating here is supposedly the same as the one we have over here. One main box with a bunch of little boxes inside. Right. Now, what I would like to do for this custom card is in this top box, I would like to have a little icon and a title of what we have in front of us, like the navigational card for projects or tasks with the little icon beside it, so that it aligns with what we have over here. To do that, I am going to play around with a little more boxes, 2 more, and I'm going to drag one of them in here. And I am going to say that the main box has an alignment of left. So the parent box has a left alignment. I'm going to drag the other box in here too. So now we have a parent box with alignment left and 2 boxes without inner spacing dragged inside. And on this rightmost box, we're going to turn on the stretch option so that it uses whatever it has in its flex container. And it should look something like this. So in the box on the left hand side, I am going to put an icon. So we're going to the component section, I'm going to grab the icon component, and I'm going to put that inside the box. So this doesn't line out all too well. So let's first go to the box. Let's have a look at the alignment, vertical alignment center, so that instead of on the top, it will align neatly in the middle of the box. So alignment center. And let's have a look for the box. I want this box to have a specific height and width, so that the background of the box will pop up behind the icon. So let's say that the box has a specific height of 40, also a specific width of 40, and I'm going to make this pixels. So the box is 40 high and 40 wide. And then the alignment is going to be center, center. So both alignments of the icons. We're just playing around with this. You can say if you want this to be on the left, because you feel like this lines up better, then leave it on the left. If you want this to be on the center, leave it on the center. I'm currently pretty happy with this being on the, in the center side. And then within the box background, we're going to look at the radius. And here we're also going to set it to 40 pixels and then give it a border color. So that the border, not the border color, my bad. The background color, of course, medium. So as you can see, we have a background with a border radius of 40 pixels. That's the same width as the height and width of the box. And this is all just playing around, moving around a little bit, up to your preference. I feel like medium might be a little too much, so let's go for light. No, let's go for medium and then change the opacity a little bit. So let's go to What does 40 do? 30. I think I like 40. Just check. 50. No, 40. Yeah. So we got 40. Then let's grab the title component. I'm just going to copy text. You can grab title components from wherever you want, but I feel like this is nice. Copy the text. Set the color to dark or maybe to black. Let's have a look. Yeah, no, I'm leaving this on dark. It doesn't really matter that much. Title to 4. And I'm just going to change this to projects or project. Yeah, projects. I'm going to align this in the center. Does that look better? Oh, yes, that looks better. You can also leave it on the right, left, wherever you feel like it is nice. And let's have a look at the inner space for this one. I think I do like this, the way it is right now. All right. So now we are going to add some text to the middle box. I'm going to just copy the text that we have up here, move that to the middle box, change the text color to medium. I do want some contrast between the text that we have in the title and the text that we have down here to describe the projects. So here we're going to define something like the overview for all your projects. Options to create new projects and manage projects you have been added to. Something like that. All right, so projects, the overview for our projects. Let me have a look. Let's look at the box over here. Let's go to the styling and add a little bit of space to the bottom. Yeah, all right, look at this. So now I have added a little bit of inner space to the bottom of this box, which gives us a little bit more space between the icon, the name projects, and the text that we have beneath that. And I'm actually going to do that same thing for the box that we have over here. So styling, inner space, not completely. I'm just going to do that to the bottom. There we go. So that we can create a little bit more breath in between, just a little bit of air in between these items that we have on our card. And let's have a look. Let's make sure that all of these, yeah. Okay, and then we're gonna do some buttons down here. Let's go for a button. I would like the open page buttons. You can also use normal buttons, but the open page buttons are the buttons that are eventually going to link to internal pages. So this is going to the project overview page, save, and the second one is going to the, let's see, project create page. I'm just gonna leave it like as it is. And now we're gonna style the button. So this is going to be the button for the main card button, main card button. Don't use capitals on random places. All right. Let's have a look. Yeah, I like the effect of having it a little more rounded because it lines out well with the roundedness of the card. The spacing, I'm going to make it a little smaller. So this is going to be, let's see, 9 and that's too little. Yeah, so I'm going to make that the same on each side, 9 and 17. Feel free to play around with this. It is up to your design eye to change whatever this looks like. Let's see. And then that is the proper spacing, which I want for this one. I'm going to look at the outer space of the button, and I do want a little bit of space in between these two buttons. You can do that in two ways. You can just go to the outer space option, and on the right hand side of the button you can say, well, give me small or maybe medium. Let's see, how does it look? I'm going for small. I don't mind the buttons being close to each other that much for now. And for the second button, I am going to change the style. I'm going to add a new style called secondary card button. Oh, button, there we go. And I'm going to change this to medium, to light. No, to medium. No, I'm going to make it a little lighter. I'm going to set this to light, but then we're gonna let the text, we're gonna let the font pop off a little bit more, and we're going to make that dark, or medium. No, dark, definitely dark. And let's see, we're also gonna change the roundedness. For this button, we're gonna turn the inner spacing to 19, just like we did with the other button. 9, I meant, not 19. 17. Again, the reason I'm picking these numbers is because I am just playing around. I can put it on 10, but I feel like just, yeah, one bit more. It's all about playing around, having a look at it. And as you can see, we've got these two buttons right now, and I like the spacing of what we see over here. If you feel like the spacing between these buttons needs to be a bit more specific, or you want it to be broader, you can drag a box in between them. You can say, let's see, where is it? There was an option to change this. Oh, well, I suppose that we're just not going to use the box in between. That can happen. sometimes I'm playing. This is also the option of playing around, seeing how things work out, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Change the button text to projects, or view projects, maybe. That might be better. View projects and new project. There we go. Well, these are pretty neat buttons. Right now, let's turn the icon into the actual icon we're also using up top. There we go, so that we have some similarities in here. Few projects, new project. Let's see, is there some final tweaking that I want to do to the main card? I think I would like to change the styling. Let's change the inner space. Let's have a look. Oh, that's too small. Yes, this is how I like it. I'm change the inner space of the card, so the box that holds the entire card. I've changed the inner spacing to L, to large. And then I believe we can duplicate this 3 times. Oh, I need to duplicate the column, not the box. Well, good that I'm catching myself doing that. So let's go to the column. And there we go. We've got the column 3 times. Let's change this to everything that we have up there. So this is going to be tasks. We got the list icon for that. Tasks. The overview for all your tasks. Options to create new tasks and manage tasks. You have been added to. I'm just quickly changing this text, of course, but feel free to change it to whatever you like. Do we have a task overview? We do not have the task overview, but we do have the project overview. If you have created a task overview, make sure to add the task overview here. Let's view tasks. I'm just trying to connect everything together. I will finish this myself and add a task overview myself, and this could be a nice neat little challenge for you too. So let's see, create new task. There we go, create new task. So view tasks, create new task, and then the last one is going to be the account. one. We're going to change assignment into person. There we go. View account, and we only have a view account button, so we're going to remove the new account button. Here we go. Access to your view your account settings, change your profile picture or password. Let's see. Invite new users to the application. So there we go. Now we have everything aligned. I am looking at the main box right now, and I believe that we can move it up a little bit. So let's go into the positioning of the box that hovers over our hero header. Let's put this to 70. No, that's a little bit too much. 60. It does give a nice effect. Let's look into the background color once more. I do really enjoy the look of this. So yes, here we have it. Let's quickly add one more thing in the bottom box down below. Styling, no inner spacing, a little bit of text, maybe some context, or maybe some in the center, made by Odin. And we're gonna change that styling to light, medium. I do like it. So there we go. And now if I press play, compile, there we go. We have, honestly, a better looking page. It looks very pretty. Together with some data management, you can make sure that all the tasks or all the buttons link to their appropriate location. We can set up the welcome text to be dynamic after a user logs in, and if the user has not been logged in yet, to just show a welcome user text. You can fill up the area down beneath with whatever you want. And yeah, that is how to create a more advanced homepage using some more box layouts in your design, and well, tweaking and playing with the options for the width and the height. For more best practices, look into our documentation, and we also have an entire document written on how to create this page. So feel free to have a look at that document too, and see you in the next videos.